Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We have Faison here with us this morning. Faison's all the way down here from New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
So he's loving the Houston weather right now a whole lot more than you guys up in New Jersey are loving your weather right now, I'm sure. Okay, let's.
Got hit with the blizzard.
Yeah. Let's relax your hands, and I'm gonna have you close your eyes and bend your head forward and backwards for me, Faison. Back all the way. And back to neutral. Now, see, he's got the forward head posture, significant, and his head's also translated over to the right. That's why your right hand looks longer than your left one. It's not really, just looks that way. See how your hands are out in front of you here?
Yes.
That's part of that forward head posture, and your shoulders rounding forward. So let's take your glasses off and have you lay right here on the table for me. I've already done his orthopedic neurological evaluation. I know some of you have asked me to do all those, but you know, we really don't have time to do half-hour, 45-minute videos, me doing all those. So I found that he has a left SI joint subluxation, which I'm going to adjust first. And subluxation just means less than a luxation, which is a total dislocation. So subluxation means it's misaligned within the joint. It's not completely luxated or out of joint like a shoulder might completely be dislocated. That's a luxation. A subluxation is less than a total luxation, therefore called subluxation. There we go. Now I'm adjusting his lumbar spine. His lumbar curve has flattened out just due to chronic low back pain and muscle hypertonicity. There's L2, that was the sore one. There you go. Keep breathing for me now. There we go. Okay, just keep exhaling now. There we go. There. Keep breathing, don't buck on me. That's why I'm having to go back and get you, because you're bucking a little bit. Okay. You're going to feel your head popping up a little bit on this one, Faison. Putting the curve back in his cervical spine now by adjusting his cervical spine vertebra P to A on the Z axis. That's posterior to anterior. Let's turn you on your back now, please, sir. Now, Faison's seen a number of other chiropractors around the country, haven't you?
Yes.
So this is his first visit to Advanced Chiropractic Relief here in Houston, though. I'll let him tell you after we get done what he thinks about the difference in our treatment is. Let's slide down this way a little bit.
Slide out.
Mm-hmm. And let's put your arms straight out to the sides. The common term that we hear on first time patients is wow. We just had a guy in. Where was he from this morning? That one guy that was in here was from out of town, out of state. There we go, good.
I'm thinking. We have one from California right now.
Yeah. I don't know if he's the one from California. Not Armando. Okay, just relax this for me. There we go, good. Okay, now let's hit you up face toward Joseph. There we go. We try to shoot these videos for you so that we can educate you on what we're doing. But a lot of times we don't have time to do those because Joseph and I are completely booked every day. There we go. Yeah, just relax this for me. Okay, you gotta let it go. Can't hold up. Breathe. You don't breathe very well, do you? That's a lot of people don't breathe very well, and they tighten up as a result of it. There we go. How far away are you from Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
About
Come
an hour
over
on
here.
subway.
I'm gonna decompress you here for the first time now. Now, Faison was actually getting to the point where he was considering having surgery. Let's go ahead and lay on your back, pelvis there, head up that way, yes sir. Had to make shift some old pads we had. Slide down a little bit more. No, straight down this way, where your hips underneath of that. Yeah. Okay. No, don't tilt. There you go. Feel like you're in there tight?
Yeah.
And just let your legs relax and bend naturally. Put your hands on your tummy right here.
I always wonder how tight these are. They're pretty tight.
Yeah, they're tight. If they were loose, you'd slip through. You wouldn't like it very much. So this is the way you should start sleeping, like this on your back with your legs elevated parallel with the floor. See how it relaxes your back muscles?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, no pillow on your head. Now just relax. There you go. Take a nice deep breath through your nose. Exhale and relax. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
See, I knew that wild word would come out.
Oh. That was exactly as advertised.
Yes, sir. And we don't have to advertise it because our patients do. This is most of our patients' favorite adjustment right here because it gets from occiput all the way down to your sacrum, lifts and separates and reseats the vertebrae, taking a lot of that compressive stress off the joints, the disc, and the nerves. Okay, let's cut sideways this way. Yeah, always help yourself up sideways. Stand right here in front of the mirror for me again, Faison. Now I'm going to have you close your eyes again. Bend your head forward and backwards for me again. And back to neutral. Okay, so you're still just a little forward. Your hands are out in front of you, but they're not right here on top of your hips anymore. So here's your homework right here. You're going to lift your shoulders up.
Right.
No, straight up. Straight up.
Straight up.
Pull them back simultaneously. Flare these hands like this. See how that tightens up this whole trap muscle? Okay, now here's the hard part. You're going to bring your head straight back. No, just let your neck go. No.
Alright.
You got to let go. Okay, now that you're back in the Z-axis, then you want to look at the wall behind you. Further, more extension. Look at the wall behind you. There we go. See how his ear's back beyond his shoulders now. So what this is designed to do, when I adjust him with this Atlas-specific instrument on the X-axis, it stimulates neurons going into the cerebellum, which controls balance, posture, and coordination. Y'all keep asking what this gun thingy does. That's what it does. So, specific adjusting instrument. Now, flex your head forward and backwards. And then neutral. That should have felt smoother.
Yeah.
Take a look in the mirror right now and look where your hands are now. They're at your sides and your shoulders are squared off as opposed to being out like this. You see the difference?
Yeah.
You should feel lighter too.
Yeah, no, I really do.
Okay, so you've been adjusted by quite a few chiropractors, Faison. Would you mind sharing with our YouTube audience how this adjustment felt to you in comparison with all the rest of
This
them?
part was the best one I felt. So usually they put you down and they like
Twist you.
Yeah, manipulate you. But this one I felt it all the way down to the end.
And that's where you've been getting your chronic low back pain, right?
Yeah.
And you told me earlier you were considering surgery because you haven't had anything to help you.
I'm only 30 years old, and at this pain, I was like, hey, maybe can't get any. I can only get better with surgery, but after
No,
your
that's
suggestion,
not
I
true.
could even make it worse, and I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah. Surgery is always a last resort in any issue. Conservative treatment is always your best option. If you cannot function, which means that you're losing control of your bladder or your bowels, that's total neurological dysfunction. You need to have surgery. If that goes on within 24 hours, you've been wearing a colostomy bag or a urine bag the rest of your life. And we always advise our patients of that. If they have any bladder valve dysfunction, to get to the hospital within 24 hours. The other thing is that when you have surgery, back surgery, it's not like these little micro laser procedures that you see on Star Trek. It's basically cutting muscles and ligaments, stripping those away from the spine, and then getting in there with pliers and clippers, and it's a really pretty gruesome carpenter-like work. And I've seen over 50 back surgeries done personally, looking over the spine and the body, and they are very traumatic. So if you imagine getting a big cut on your arm and how sore that feels and how long that can scar up, just imagine that 2 or 3 inches deep into your back muscles. They scar up afterwards. They get adhesions and scar tissue formation in there. A lot of times the nerves get scarred. That's called neurospinal scarring or neural scarring, and that can cause permanent nerve damage down your legs, like numbness or tingling or shooting pain. We had a guy in New York that had back surgery, a micro procedure supposedly, and he came down here. He was a 4 on a 0-10 pain level when he had the surgery done. They told him he'd be in and out in the day. He was in the hospital for over 10 days and was a 10 plus pain level after his surgery. And even 2 years after his surgery, he was worse. He had permanent nerve damage down his legs. So, you know, sometimes back surgery is necessary, but it is always the last resort. So I'm glad you chose to come here first.
Thank you.
Yep. Do you feel better?
No, I do.
Good.
So can you?
Oh, I'm going to show you your exercise.
show me
One already
how
is
can I
this one.
sustain it? You know.
Okay, well,
So.
this right here is one. That's 1 repetition. That's 2 repetitions. You do 15 of those in a row every morning, noon, and afternoon.
Okay.
And then Joseph's gonna work with you next for 15 minutes on your paraspinal muscles in your back, and he's gonna show you a floor exercise that we call Superman. It's a McKenzie back extension exercise that will help you to strengthen your back muscles as well.
Okay.
From your low back all the way up to your skull. You should video that too, Joseph. Do you mind if he videos that?
Yeah, that's
Okay, because people want to see that too. Okay, so this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and Faison from New Jersey, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. We'll see y'all soon.